like I said, this is the second edition of the Large Guys Fight Bites. We're doing Royal Rumble 2021 predictions, which is going to be happening this Sunday.
Y'all gonna have to fill me in, but as long as Nakamura or Kevin Owens is in, those are my pick. That's all I have. I mean, I
Okay,
don't know
cool.
anything, so I don't watch people. But the one thing that keeps me going, and while I'll always love, is Kevin Owens and Shinsuke. And so, I mean, unless is there also gonna be a women's Royal Rumble?
There is.
Yeah.
Is Asuka gonna compete?
She is not in it. She's in a different match.
She's a champion right now. She's a
Okay.
champion, so she's not gonna.
All right, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. So here we go.
Dang, we got Asuka and Sasha as champions right now.
Yeah.
Why am I not tuning in? Those are
That's what I'm
my-
saying.
my
That's what I'm
two
saying.
favorite women wrestlers. But I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. So yeah, I'll definitely tune in this Sunday. So I'm pumped for that. Then I have no pick for the women's. I mean, I probably is Naomi JQ's favorite competing.
She's out for a while. She's
Oh
got an
my
injury.
gosh, I don't even know. I mean, Bailey hurt. Is Bailey competing?
She's in it. Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah, she's
All
in
right,
it.
shoot, maybe Bailey. I mean, I don't even
Hold
know.
on. Okay, Kyle, let me run down the card first because they have people that have already
I'm out here doing
declared.
predictions with no background.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
This guy is going based off of last year's Royal Rumble.
No, I'm going on based off the last thing I watched in WWE.
bro,
Which
it's
was
okay,
Mania.
bro. I'm with you. I if I didn't watch Raw.
Oh gosh.
All right, so yes, I'm just gonna run down the card. We're first gonna start about the individual matches, and then we'll do Royal Rumble. The individual matches will be pretty easy to predict, even if you've like never watched. It'll just
Also, name the stakes and the champions, so I know the name.
yeah, I will. Okay, so we're gonna start with the United States Championship. It's Bobby Lashley representing the Hurt Business
Yes.
versus Riddle. I mean Matt Riddle, but they took away his first name.
I'm assuming Lashley's the champion.
Yes, Lashley is the champion.
Oh dang, maybe I need to tune all the champions are people
and
that I like.
So like Bobby Lashley hasn't lost a match since he lost to I think Drew McIntyre for the title, which was last summer. So he's been consistently getting wins and just dominating people.
Bobby Lashley.
He's using what he calls the Hurt Lock, which is the Master Lock that Chris Masters used.
Yeah.
And he's going up against Matt Riddle, who's also been protected pretty well over the last couple months, and he's been doing really funny skits backstage. He's basically leaning into his.
Is he still fighting barefoot?
Yes.
That's disgusting. But
yeah. So for me, I also have Lashley. Kyle, you said Lashley.
Yeah, I mean, why would they mess up a run? I'm sure the pot smoker is a cool guy, and I'm a fan of him too. But you got to give Lashley like from just what I know and seen. When Lashley first came back, all of us thought he was going to get popping right away. It took a minute to get the ball rolling. So now that he's champion, he got gold around him. Please just let it ride for a minute because please just let it be. We need some diversity in the champs, and you got to have that the poster guy who's physique, and Bobby Lashley's that guy.
Just to add to that, I mean, in terms of like Lashley, like where he is right now, I think a big part of it is like the faction with MVP, the Hurt Business.
Hurt Business,
I think that like it's a pretty dope faction. I mean, it might be like the best.
Dude,
faction
oh
they
my
have
gosh,
right now.
yeah, it's just
Shelton Benjamin is a champion. Kyle, he's a tag champ.
So like so it's MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, and
Cedric Alexander.
And is Cedric a champion?
Am I in 2006?
Cedric and Shelton.
Are they like are they the tag team champions?
Yeah, they're tag team.
Yeah. See, so like, but at the same time, I mean, like, I'm a fan of Riddle. So I mean, they've, like you said, they've protected him and they've kind of like built him up, especially in NXT. So I don't know if this is his time to shine.
I'm not sure yet.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it should be interesting.
I think it's gonna be.
He should put up a good fight, kind of thing.
It's gonna be a great fight because
is it a regular match?
Yeah, regular match. I just think it's a very interesting. You have the powerhouse Bobby, who also has like an actual mixed martial arts background, versus a dude that could also literally kill anybody.
Yeah.
Former UFC fighter and stuff like that. So that's good. Pal, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lashley. I mean, because the Hurt Business is they're good for business right now.
They are. They're great.
Real quick, are all of the New Day healthy right now, or are they?
Kofi is hurt. I'm not sure if it's a real injury or not, or they're just keeping him off TV. But Big E is on SmackDown, and Kofi and Woods are on Raw. So our next match is the aforementioned Big E, who will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn has been hilarious. I mean, even before.
That's tough. Dang it, that's tough.
For beginning of the pandemic. But if you look up even clips from this past SmackDown, which I will say for Pao and Kyle that haven't been watching as much, SmackDown is the better show. It's a lot better than Raw. Like it always kind of was, but like it's
all right, man. I mean, even though he ain't literally built it, it's still the house that AJ Styles built. So of course, it's gonna be a good brand.
But Sami did some really funny stuff last week. He's doing like a conspiracy theory, thinking that like WWE conspired against him to take his title away. And last week he put himself in handcuffs ringside and just was like holding signs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like that, yeah. So that was really good. But I'm still gonna go with Big E because he's also just got the title maybe I think this past December, and it seems like they are pretty invested in a singles run for him. I don't know if this leads to him challenging Roman like down the line, because right now I think somebody else is gonna be in the Mania feud for him, or there could be other guys. But I think it just makes sense to keep the IC title on him and keep him hot. So I'm going with Big E. What about you guys?
Dang it. I don't know. I mean, when was Big E won it off Sami Zayn?
He did, yeah.
He did.
I mean, dang it, that's tough. And that was like Sammy's first gold too. But I'm assuming this may be Big E's first pay-per-view title defense.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to see, them going deep. But then, I mean, if they're building Sami the right way, what direction? If Sami loses, what direction can they go with him?
I think you could even further the conspiracies and stuff like there's always.
I mean, they could just ride maybe this whole Big E and Sami Zayn up until WrestleMania.
Possibly, or at least something interesting for Sami. I don't know if it necessarily is going to be like a continued feud for the title, but I'm sure.
Is Zayn working alone? I know last time he was
by himself. Yeah.
Okay. What was happening last time? Who was he with?
He was with
Cesaro
and Nakamura, but once he took time off, Cesaro and Nakamura were separate as a team, and then now Cesaro and Nakamura are both faces, and they're not even a tag team really. They're friends, but they're not like, I don't think they're going to be tagging anytime soon together.
And I'm assuming Sami Zayn is the heel here.
Yes, yeah, mega heel, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I, would still want Sami Zayn, I feel like from just, what everyone has expected of Big E from back then, and with, Kofi getting a shot a couple of years ago with a singles run, I do think that WWE is trying to kind of invest and test the waters to see if Big E could handle, a solo run. And maybe that's why they decided to split up the New Day as well. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the champions currently holding the belt, in my opinion, anyway. So, I wouldn't mind Big E retaining, and as it should, because you got to have at least one pay-per-view title defense. This ain't like, you can't give him the Zack Ryder treatment. He cannot just lose the title.
What about you guys, Gerald Powell?
Big E. That's why, I mean, they wouldn't I don't think they strip him of the title. That's why they made him. That's why they split the New Day up, so they can push his singles career.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, clean sweep. I'll probably go with Big E as well. I mean, because like you guys said, like, I mean, this is his like first real like singles push. You know what I mean? And with Sami Zayn, honestly, like he's such a good heel. Like he's comedy, man. Like it's so like he's entertaining that he doesn't even need the title. Honestly, like him like vying for the title, I think is more entertaining than him actually being the champion sometimes.
As well, yeah.
So it's like him like he doesn't need it honestly right now, especially like he's kind of like in the mid card level. Well, they obviously both are with the IC title, but Sami Zayn, I mean, I think him like you guys said, I don't think he'll mind giving Big E the push to get him, to the main event level too. So I'll go with Big E.
For sure. So clean sweep for Big E. Next match is the Women's Tag Team Championship. The champions, Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Yes, Kyle, Asuka is a double champ right now. She is the Raw Women's Champion and the Tag Team Champion. They're facing Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who were the former champs that they beat about a month ago. Now, I will say this. I got a couple things about this. First of all, they are the Tag Team champs, Asuka and Charlotte. But for about 3 weeks now on TV, they've been fighting separately. Like whenever Charlotte needs help, like Asuka ain't around. Whenever Asuka's fighting, like Asuka has been, I can't even remember who she's feuding with right now, but Charlotte is actually feuding really with Lacey Evans with the whole Ric Flair storyline. So like that feels totally separate and it kind of feels like a prop right now. And it's also kind of a shame because Asuka is the women's champion, and so she should always be, defending that anyway. So it's just kind of weird. But so this is a weird matchup because honestly, I don't want to see either of these teams be the champs. But for the sake of having to choose, I mean, you can't really bet against Asuka and Charlotte Flair, two of the most heavily protected. Well, I'd say more so Charlotte, but two of the most heavily protected wrestlers in the company, especially on the women's side. So I'm going to go with Asuka and Charlotte Flair.
The possibility, since you said they were creating conflict, wouldn't kind of be dragged out to where they end up losing the tag team champions to set up a possible Charlotte versus Asuka and for WrestleMania for the title?
That's definitely a possibility, which when they first formed the team and won, that was everyone's theory, is that like, when they lose it, there will be some kind of.
But did Charlotte just come back recently? I knew she was injured.
I think the end of November, beginning of.
Oh dang! So she got a taste of gold off the bat then.
Basically, yeah, her first night.
Hey man, if you Vince's favorite, bro, it's like when Connor comes back from retirement, he gets a contender fight off the bat.
Basically,
so that's not surprising. I mean, if we're being real, I mean, as much as I like Sasha and Asuka, like Charlotte's the main package for everyone for sure, always. And so, I mean, why wouldn't you, keep one of the biggest stars of the company in front? But when's the last time Nia Jax won something though?
They just had the titles.
Okay, so they kind of had that for a minute. So
yeah.
I mean, if the line. But what would they benefit? Would they even benefit from a Asuka and Charlotte win? Like, what would that even? Like, is that even good? Like for business? Like,
if anything, it's for them to stay as a team and build the tension to eventually when they lose it.
But I mean, is the rivalry between Nia Jax and Shayna even like a worthy one, or it's just like a filler?
No? I mean, Shayna has been fighting Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke more often than Nia does. So like Shayna's kind of been dominating in singles action on her own, and Nia's just kind of there. Nia also hurt Dana Brooke last week. So
yeah, no, it's tough for the women's division as far as the tag teams go, because you do have obviously Charlotte and Asuka are they could do without the tag team, and then I feel like Nia Jax, like Naomi, is someone that is capable of carrying a singles gold. So I mean, I guess for the sake of conflict for the whole Asuka and Charlotte storyline, I would probably just see them lose this weekend based on what y'all said, just because I mean Asuka's stock is pretty high right now. There's really no reason for her to be double champ, so
I agree.
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm gonna go with Nia Jax and Baszler, just because WWE loves like devaluing their gold by like switching it from back and forth.
That's true too, especially the tag titles.
Especially tag titles. And I mean, I think taking the championships away from Charlotte and Asuka allows them to write a different storyline for them. Maybe focus on Charlotte's storyline with what's her name,
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans, and put Asuka in a contending match with somebody else for the title.
Rhea Ripley, hopefully,
Yeah,
will debut. Yeah,
probably if she comes up, right?
yeah. I think that should be the feud. If she comes up, she should immediately go for Asuka.
Yeah, and then Asuka's gonna probably whoever wins the Rumble, she'll probably start feuding with whoever that is, and then
unless it's a SmackDown girl,
depends who it is, and then and then tag team wise, they'll allow them, give the other superstars an opportunity. I mean, that would be the smart move. I don't know, like if WWE would go that route, but I'm gonna go with Jackson Baszler.
What about you, Daryl?
Yeah, I mean this is kind of tough. I mean, you can go either way. I'd probably just for the sake of it, I'll go with Asuka and Charlotte, just to see like maybe they might. I don't think they'll go into like Mania or anything as champions, but I think they might prolong it because Paul kind of mentioned it. They just won the championship at the last pay-per-view, I believe, right at TLC.
Yep.
So I hope they don't like just play hot potato with the tag titles, So maybe like they win it at Rumble, and then they probably lose it at the next Raw, the following night at Raw, kind of thing, something like that. Like they always do some sort of rematch of the same matchups, like from the pay-per-view the previous night. You know what I mean? Like,
and then the next
it's so annoying. Yeah, so like I'll just for the Rumble, I'll go with Asuka and Charlotte, and maybe that's, who knows, like you guys said, maybe that starts a feud between them two, kind of thing, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, for sure. And the tag teams again are so weird. They're doing a women's Dusty Classic in NXT right now, so I think they have a lot more tag teams there, and I feel like the titles are best served where there's more tag teams, because there's really only like 2 or 3 real tag teams on Raw, and none of them are really that interesting, I'll be honest. So the last 2 matches that we have, the first one is WWE Championship. The champion Drew McIntyre facing, as they've been calling him, the Icon. Every time he comes out, Michael Cole's like, the Icon, or not Tom Phillips. He's like, the Icon, Goldberg. It's crazy, dude. But yeah, Drew McIntyre is fighting Goldberg.
Hold on, bro. Goldberg been appearing on Raw?
Yeah,
he's fighting for the title.
He's fighting. So, all right, I'm
Kyle's watching. He's not
watching.
Kyle,
no,
because I'm gonna set the scene for you. So
no, real quick, before we get even further, because remember the last time I talked to y'all about Goldberg, maybe it was like 2 years ago. It was that botched Saudi Arabia match with Undertaker.
Yes,
that was actually fall of 2019.
Okay, yeah.
It's been a while.
No. I remember when they were talking about that, and I was like, why are they doing like a replay of an old match? Like, I wasn't even aware that they were currently like booking this literally at that time. I was like, this is unbelievable. This is like if Dana White decided to like call back Rashad Evans and Rampage Jackson a fight. Like, bro,
or Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz. Or
Brock and Kane.
Brock and Kane.
Yeah, unbelievable. So that's crazy. And set the stage, but real quick, I'm just disappointed for Drew McIntyre. That's all. Me too. I don't like. I think the past few years, it's crazy how, like, I don't know how often it happens, but I never thought it would happen to Taker and Goldberg, who I adored as a kid. That the last few years, their household name value just isn't even worth anything to me anymore. Like, it's so yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So basically, they had this Raw Legends night, and Drew was backstage. Drew was backstage actually being nice to the legends. Weird, right? Drew is running around being nice to the legends. Randy Orton is the one, because he's back in his legend killer
The legend killer
persona. He's the one that's like basically berating all of the legends. He like Mark Henry, I think, broke his leg or something. He's on like one of those one-legged things where you roll around like a scooter, and he basically told Mark Henry he doesn't have it anymore. Basically called him like a failure and stuff. He made Ric Flair cry. He made he made fun of the Big Show again, whatever. And then it's the end of the show. Drew McIntyre has just beat somebody for the title. Oh, he beat Keith Lee to retain his title, and then out comes Goldberg, and Goldberg, for whatever reason, cuts this promo on Drew, who, like I said, was being nice. He's a nice guy heel, basically. Goldberg comes out, he's like, I see you. You look at all these legends and you see them as has-beens and you're disrespecting them. And
they are.
This whole right. It's like, well, low-key they are. But like in storyline, it's like that makes zero sense because Drew is so he did nothing but show respect.
Dude, that's so dumb. So Drew fought Keith Lee
that night, yeah.
Bro, Keith Lee should they should try to rival him up with Drew.
They have been, yeah. He's been basically around the title for a few months now.
Actually, forget
he's going to be in the Rumble.
Just put big Keith Lee in a triple threat match with Bobby and Big E.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Just like I was about to say a comment. I ain't gonna say. I don't want to get canceled.
We're gonna move from that comment.
I was just gonna say it was gonna be. Should I do it? No. Come on, bro. It'll just be a chocolate explosion, bro.
Be what the people want and need.
Yeah, come on.
Mark Henry can be the referee.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Mark Henry. Special guest referee.
Yeah, there you go. Sexual chocolate, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry. I just had to. Come on.
Okay,
it's like three dudes that were in the little Kurt Angle outfit.
Yeah. The singlet. Well, actually, Bobby's just wearing the trunks. But so yeah, I'm gonna go with my pick. Lord, please, Drew McIntyre win. I think the only thing that is good for Drew in this feud is the fact that he'd be beating a legend. So as long as he wins.
My God.
Positive coming out of this.
I'm scared.
But yeah, see, the thing is, last year around this time, the Fiend was a huge star, and he lost the title to Goldberg. Rewind even years before that, Kevin Owens. Remember when he won the title when Triple H helped him win?
Yeah.
By beating Seth, he ended up losing the title to Goldberg.
Yeah, and wasn't that a clean loss?
It was. It was like a minute match, a 30-second match. All that for KO.
Not only that, bro, when Brock lost at Mania to Goldberg.
Exactly. No, I think he beat him at Mania.
Brock won, but Goldberg beat him at like Survivor Series.
Yeah. Their first match.
That one was just like the two spears, right?
Yeah.
Bro, what did Goldberg do to deserve this like The Rock treatment?
For some reason, Vince really likes him. I don't know.
And what's Goldberg doing outside of WWE that makes Vince want to keep bringing?
Doesn't do like he's no longer an actor.
Bro, Goldberg should have stopped.
I hope Drew wins, but I would not be surprised if Goldberg wins, because why would they bring him back? They don't need Goldberg to push Drew McIntyre. I think he's already over.
But again, think about it. Vince thinks so highly of Goldberg, he may think that in order to get Drew over the hump, he has to beat someone like Goldberg. He doesn't, but that's what Vince thinks.
Goldberg. We're talking about Goldberg in 2021. Fighting for a title.
Brought him back so he can win, and so it can be like a Goldberg Roman champion versus champion somewhere. Or
they were supposed to fight last year.
Or Cena wins the Rumble and it's Cena versus Goldberg at WrestleMania.
Oh, I would hate that. I would hate that so much.
You just dropped the truth on me.
Yeah, don't put that into the world.
Cena's in the Rumble?
He might.
We don't know. We don't know. He could be a surprise entrant.
Hey man, it's like I don't even know. It's like Cena left so he could get, give all the other little guys a chance at, spotlight. And Vince is like, all right, John, you ain't coming. We're giving it to Goldberg.
Yeah, basically is what that's happening. All right, so picks. So I picked Drew. Everybody.
I'm gonna pick Goldberg, bro. Just 'cause, dude. Why?
I was gonna go with Goldberg too, bro.
I hate it, but I don't even want to be disappointed. I know it'll just be Goldberg for some mess that Vince. He was like, well, Conor McGregor lost this last weekend. We gotta have our champion lose too. Oh my god!
I'll take but would not be surprised if Goldberg wins. So.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna go with Goldberg just because it's Vince, man. It's Vince at the Rumble, setting up for Mania.
And I think part of it is what makes this so intriguing is that like we have that fear. So then maybe when Drew wins, like,
we're gonna get Goldberg versus Taker at Mania for the title.
In a boneyard match.
Yeah, there you go.
Invested in wrestling for like the past year, and now I'm just like being torn apart because of this Goldberg news.
Yeah, bro. All right, so the last match before we talk about the actual Rumble matches is the Universal Championship. The champ, the best thing on television right now, Roman Reigns, is defending against Kevin Owens, who has been doing. I mean, Kevin Owens is always great. We all I think can agree on that. But he's doing some of the best stuff he's ever done in his career as at least a babyface. And so they've already fought twice, and Roman has won decisively. But usually I'm not really into the rematch thing. But because Kevin Owens has been such a good promo, and the back and forth with him and Roman, with KO and Paul Heyman, it's and also with Jay or Jimmy.
Jay.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Jay. Apologies to the Uso twins. Jay also becoming like a main event guy, like the henchman, the heavy. His interactions with KO, it's been all really good. But there's no way that like as this is going to be a great match regardless. But Roman's winning. Like Roman's going to be holding on to this title probably, I'd say at least until the end of this coming summer, maybe even longer, maybe till the end of like this year.
Yeah.
So I've got Roman beating KO. It is supposed to be a last man standing match, which is going to be a banger. That's all I know.
Yeah. I'm just going to go off of that too. I mean, so pretty much I'm predicting, Roman. I mean, you can't really take the title off of Roman right now just because of how hot he's been in terms of like the promos that he's shooting. And just the way, like, this is because, again, I think I've said this the past few pods that we've done. Like, this is the Roman that we've all been, like, asking for kind of thing, you know? Like, this, like, badass persona, like I'm the tribal chief, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the head of the table kind of thing. Like, it's they can't take the title off of him. And, like you kind of mentioned, like, who knows? Like, what if they do, like, Roman wins, goes to Mania, then for the Rumble, Brock wins, and they have another Brock versus Roman
which
for time or something. Who knows? Which
doesn't sound interesting, but then you think about it, Paul
Heyman makes it interesting as hell.
Yeah, so maybe it's you'll see the struggle of Paul Heyman, like which
exactly. Like,
but as of right now, him being the special counsel, he's also like kind of working in fear of Roman. So like even if he wanted to be with Brock, I think he fears Roman so much right now he wouldn't do it. But to see Brock, it would be weird though, because like, is Brock gonna cut his own promos? That's the thing. But that I wouldn't mind that. He doesn't, and honestly, he doesn't even have to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
He can just come out and challenge organically, and because he's Brock Lesnar, he'll get that match. I would rather see that because I'd rather have a current guy win the Rumble.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of jumping the gun, but like, I don't think Brock has ever won the Rumble, so he could win it. Like, that could be like something to add to his resume. You know what I mean? Just
but again, it's like I'd rather not.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
But that is possible.
Before, I mean, as much as I would love Kevin Owens to win, like what y'all said, I think just this new era of Roman Reigns is something that the company will probably want to ride, since it's been different compared to like the first 5 years that he was on, the spotlight. So
I mean, we were there at Mania 32.
No, it's just unfortunate because there really are so many deserving, dudes that, maybe it could be their time. And, Kevin Owens did have a short, he had a little taste of a run,
He did.
a
Yeah.
while back, but it's just crazy because as good as Kevin Owens was back then, it's kind of crazy to but not just even Kevin Owens, it's literally all the A-list performers to see them. They were already good, like the Nakamuras, the Cesaros, the McIntyres of the world, but now they're everyone's basically been elevated at a higher level than like if it was already hard back then to get the run, it's gonna be harder now because everyone's basically
Mm-hmm.
either at their prime physically or like vocally or on the mic. So and I guess it's what everyone's been asking of Roman, so it would just be hard to see it go the other direction. So yeah, I'll go with the big dog.
Yeah,
Nice.
make it short and quick. Roman's got to win because he's their money maker for WrestleMania, so he can't lose the title.
Yeah.
And I think it would be interesting. He's so over now without crowds. I would love to see what it's like him playing off the crowd.
Yeah, that's a
So
good.
I think that's such an intriguing like proposition that they would be inclined to see if they can stretch it out to that long.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start with the last two matches, the two Rumbles. We'll start with the Women's Rumble. So I'm just gonna list off those who have declared, and then we'll talk about it. But Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, who may or may not be in it because she is like actually hurt. Peyton Royce, Shayna Baszler, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Tamina, and then there are 18 TBA spots. Now, one person that hasn't really been mentioned is Lana because they kayfabe injured her, or she might be injured as well. But they took her off TV, which is what opened up the spot for Charlotte to come and team with Asuka.
Dang, them table crashes finally got to her.
Possibly. I mean, she took like 8 weeks straight of table bumps. But I think it might be. I don't think she'll win. Although if she did win the Rumble, that would be crazy because people were really starting to like her. And so it was a shame. It did feel like her momentum was just like came to a halt. But it would be interesting to see if maybe she comes back with maybe a little vengeance, either against Shayna and Nia, who are in the match, or maybe even against Charlotte, who took her spot. Interested to see if they bring her back. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of NXT girls coming up. Rhea Ripley is one that should probably be in the top 4 at the end of this match because she's just that damn good, and it's time for her call up. She's already done with her last feud, and there'll probably be a lot of good wrestlers coming up from NXT. But for right now, I watched Bianca Belair's special on the network. I'm the only one that really watches network content now, even though we all split the $9.99, but I'm probably the only one that does. And honestly, I don't even watch it as much. But Bianca Belair,
bro, you've been doing that for years now, son.
All right, whatever. But Bianca Belair and they've really been pushing her. She did lose to Bayley in a singles match, but they've still been pushing her. And the idea of Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks
that's very intriguing.
Would be very good. And then I think by then Sasha Banks' run will have been good enough to where, hey, let's give the title to Bianca. Which, by the way, just a side note, they haven't announced it yet, but Sasha should be fighting Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I believe on Mania on Rumble, and if it's not, it might even happen tomorrow night or one of either this SmackDown before or after. But I feel like I
would think they'd announce it tomorrow.
It would make sense to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they built up the feud enough.
Yeah, and she had that banger match with her sommelier.
That was tight.
Like that was actually really cool.
Yeah.
But since it hasn't been announced, we won't really say it. But I mean, I think we'd all agree that Sasha should be winning that match anyway. But yeah, so my pick is going to be Bianca Belair. I'm hoping to see, since she's in a feud with Bayley, it would make sense for Bayley to be in the top 4. And if not, then I think Bianca's going to eliminate her regardless. But I have Bianca winning. I'd like to see Rhea Ripley there. I'd like to see Bayley. And is there anyone else in this? The people that have been announced? I mean, I feel like Charlotte's going to be in the top 4. it would make sense. Someone mentioned on another show I've been watching. She's kind of like the Roman, where like people don't want him. People like never wanted him to win the Rumble. Every time, like when Drew beat him last year, we were in such fear that he was going to win. And then when Drew won, it was like a huge come up moment. So I think Charlotte's probably going to be in the top 4 just for that kind of factor. But I got Bianca winning it. What about you guys? Kyle kind of just left.
I'm gonna just go with Bianca Belair because that's what I've seen also, and I mean I think it's time for them. It's who won last year?
Charlotte. It was Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte. So I think it's like time for new blood to win.
I think so too. Yeah.
They'll probably Charlotte will probably get tossed by somebody like unfairly. And that's gonna stop her.
It's got to be something important too. Like whoever does
Evans or something.
Well, yeah,
probably Ric Flair. What if Ric Flair like kind of like intervenes because he's been like
could be Lacey, could be Rhea since they have the history from last Mania, which would be fun too. But again, I'd rather see Rhea fight Asuka
for sure.
Yeah.
But
I guess for me, just before I like my prediction, I mean like I'm. In terms of like some surprise entrance, I'm hoping for like some like shocking entrance. Like who knows? Like what if like Ronda comes back, kind of thing. You know.
That's right. People have talked about that. Maybe Becky.
So like we haven't heard from Ronda in a while, and I mean you know Vince like especially around this time like he's just gonna bring all these like past like women's wrestlers or like even just these money grabbers kind of thing. You know. So. I'm looking forward to like who they bring back, and then just for the sake of picking somebody different, someone I would be interested in seeing win it is Alexa Bliss, just because of like how they've been kind of like pushing her with Bray Wyatt and whatnot, like being like pretty much being like Sister Abigail kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
she's been the one that's feuding with Asuka. That's what I forgot.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting to see if she wins it. So I'll probably go with Alexa Bliss.
Okay, yeah. Like you said, Ronda coming back would be great. People are speculating Becky, but she just gave birth beginning of December. I think she's gonna enjoy being a mother. I'd say even until after Mania. Like if she decided to come after Mania, I think that would be
probably SummerSlam would be a good time for her to
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if they're gonna bring back any old wrestlers, but I don't know. I don't mind seeing Trish Stratus.
Yeah, like Lita, kind of thing like that.
Lita,
you know?
Yeah. I mean, Beth is already there in Florida for NXT, so I could see her coming back.
Oh, okay.
People have been speculating Melina, even though she kind of shot that down. But
Melina.
Yeah, she was supposed to sign with the company anyway, and as an active wrestler. So we'll see. But we've all made our picks. Kyle, who do you got?
Gail Kim.
Well, she'll never come back because she hates WWE, but yeah, that would be great. I love Gail Kim, man. She's one of the OGs.
Isn't she married to that one like buff like chef? Like he's like on the Food Network or something.
Guy Fieri. Gail Kim left WWE to go to Flavor Town. I don't know her husband.
I actually don't know.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Dude, I don't know. Probably one of the NXT girls.
Yeah.
Sure, one of them.
I was like, let's move on.
No, I mean everyone that I like got the gold, bro. I don't care who wins the Rumble. But
you missed it. Daryl said that he's hoping for like a surprise contestant, and hopefully Ronda comes back. I know you know that.
You know what's hilarious? I think today was like a 3-year anniversary of was it when Ronda came to Raw because because Josh sent me a snap. Josh sent me a snap of me literally booing at the TV as Ronda came out. Dude, no, I mean, bro, don't even get me started. I think the only thing I don't like more than the troops is Ronda Rousey.
Bro, she's a cook, bro. You guys have
Dude, no, like, every time I watch the UFC's Greatest Knockouts, all the comments be like, "Man, that head kick to Ronda was so satisfying, bro." I mean, nah, bro, nah, I love it. Bro, Ronda Rousey, most overrated UFC fighter of all time. I mean, granted, she could whoop me, but she was lucky she came in a time where I ain't gonna disrespect women because there's a lot of women out there that could whoop me, but she came in an era where women weren't even doing. Bro, she was just punching like these little women in the face, and they would just get knocked out. Now that ain't gonna fly, Ronda, and that's why her run was.
I think you can give her the credit of the judo takedown, but once people figured it out, you're done.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm always team F. Ronda Rousey. Even when I saw her in Fast 7, Fast 8.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those.
I don't understand how she be getting gigs. I could look like this the whole time. I could whatever. That's
all right. So
a character.
Who's your pick for the Ronda?
For his pick's Ronda.
Dude, I said
Ronda.
I said Gail Kim.
Okay.
It's not no. Hold on, I got one. It's dang, I don't know.
One of the NXT girls. That's what he's.
All right,
dude. No. I got it. No, I said Stacy Keibler.
All right.
I'm going with Stacy Keibler.
I love it. All right. And our last match to close this off is the Men's Royal Rumble. There are a lot of good. I'll set the stage too after I list out who's declared. There's at least like 4 or 5 guys that legitimately have been built up to win this match. But those who have declared so far are Edge, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Mustafa Ali, Jeff Hardy, Cesaro, Otis, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sheamus, AJ Styles, Jey Uso, John Morrison, The Miz, Lashley, Daniel Bryan, Big E, Randy Orton, and there are 13 spots to be announced. Guys that have been built up. I mean, the first guy to declare was Daniel Bryan, and he said that I think people are saying like him versus Roman is money, and I'm inclined to agree. The only thing is he's been taking losses to Shinsuke and Cesaro the last couple weeks, so he doesn't have much momentum. But again, it's Daniel Bryan.
The underdog thing, though.
Yeah. But Shinsuke and Cesaro beating him clean in matches also has given them a lot of momentum. Shinsuke did really well in, I believe, a gauntlet match that they had beginning of the year. And so, I don't think they'll give Shinsuke a second win, but he's a good shout. Cesaro, we all love Cesaro, so I would love to see Cesaro win. We talked about, maybe Lashley comes back. Edge did declare this past Monday, and so I think if he doesn't win, because I don't think he will win, I think he makes top 4 possibly, or he's gonna be there pretty late. And whoever eliminates him, it's got to be a big deal. It's got to be something noteworthy. Yeah. AJ Styles could win. Sheamus has been doing really well. Sheamus in the ring and on the mic has been the best Sheamus we've seen in a very, very long time. And guys that could come back, Seth Rollins was supposed to come back sometime in December, and then they held off on that. He could come back. There again, a lot of NXT. There's room for NXT guys. Ricochet lost a qualifier match, but I think I would love to see him in the match.
Who did he fight?
It was him, R-Truth, and oh my gosh, what's his name? Drew Gulak. Sorry. The 3 of them, for some reason,
Drew Gulak.
The 3 of them, for whatever reason, had to do qualifier matches to get into the Rumble, where everyone else just declared. But they all fought AJ Styles the last 3 weeks, and they've all lost.
Is AJ in the Rumble?
AJ is in the Rumble, yeah. But I think they might fit them in. I don't know. That'd be cool. In terms of nostalgia acts, people have been saying Carlito because he was supposed to be at Legends Night, but they took him off. You
think it'll be safe for him to spit apples in people's faces?
Probably not during COVID.
I know.
But maybe he could throw an apple core at them or something.
True.
Throw
applesauce.
Actually, applesauce is probably the best. That's probably the best way to do it. Just throw a jar of applesauce at King Corbin or someone. But yeah, in terms of winning the match, it's difficult, but I'm gonna go with my heart and say Cesaro wins the match. Challenges Roman.
Who's playing that?
What the heck is that?
What was that?
Was that you, pal?
Is Pal watching a video, bro?
I was scrolling through.
I was like, this man disrespectful, bro. This man on social media not even mute.
It was, but I wasn't.
This man thought he was all alone for a second.
But
yeah, I'm going with Cesaro for me.
Pal, go on, Pal.
No, I have a few because I think the Daniel Bryan storyline's that's kind of intriguing. Just because, isn't he gonna retire soon again?
He's just saying this is his last run as a full-time competitor. Yeah. He'll probably come back for like one-offs, but this is his last run of being here week after week after week.
Yeah, so I think maybe he wins and he goes on a run with Roman for his last like championship run.
I'd love to see it, yeah.
And then what's it called? And then there's Edge. I mean, Edge, he just declared Monday, so they wouldn't do that for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But and then the whole Cena.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, see Cena coming back to fight Roman, and then Roman denying him of the record would be a great thing for Roman.
And wouldn't it be fans? Isn't there fans at WrestleMania?
Yeah, they're trying to get fans, yeah.
That'd be a crazy pop, bro. Like Cena. It would be. I mean, Cena in general going back to win.
And we haven't seen him since last Mania when he lost to The Fiend.
Yeah. And is Strowman in the Rumble?
No.
So Strowman was suspended in November for hitting Adam Pearce. We haven't heard from him since. He could be.
Is that like work?
Yeah, it's a work. Yeah, but I mean, we haven't.
When you said hit somebody, I thought this man had a case.
No. Yeah, no. He hit one of the backstage producers and he got suspended by them. But yeah, like Strowman maybe come back. I mentioned Rollins, The Fiend, maybe like Fiend 2.0 or regular Bray Wyatt. Who knows? Cena, Lesnar, some of the Keith Lee also hasn't declared yet, maybe, but he's probably in the Rumble too.
Dang, yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I just want the nostalgia, and I want Cena to come back for the one time with I mean, because they never fought, right? Him and Roman at the big stage at WrestleMania.
Not on Mania, no, but they fought in.
They fought before. And that was when like Cena like ate him up like in terms of promo wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Roman messed up. He had to pause.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be money. Like these next few months, you build.
I think it would be great.
The storyline, and then you get fans interested in WWE again, just for like until WrestleMania. When they come back, boom, you have your money, bro. Their stock rises. We're all buying WWE stock.
Yeah, I'm buying WWE stock right now. What you talking about? Let me see.
I think it's down, bro.
I don't care. WWE, the past, now, and the future, forever.
now, forever.
Yeah.
But, dude, I might cop a share of WWE just cause, man.
For the culture.
But, all right, my first choice is gonna be Daniel Bryan, but then B, I'm gonna do a second one with Cena coming back and winning the thing.
Cool. Also. Yeah, before Daryl and Kyle, he hasn't necessarily said if he's like cleared or not to fight, but it would be nice to see Samoa Joe on commentary and then his music hits and he's an entrant.
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
Like rip like the suit.
That'd be a pop. That'd be a pop for sure.
For sure.
Dang, they should get fans for the Rumble, bro. They have to.
They wanted to. I just don't think it's gonna.
I don't think they will.
Yeah,
they should have done like the whole healthcare workers thing, like what Goodell's doing.
They should. Yeah, that would be nice.
But Vince don't.
Man, why are we always trying to advocate to put people at risk for our benefit?
Yeah,
we just want to hear a pop from the crowd. These virtual pump ups are not cutting it, Vince.
It's not cutting it for me. Daryl.
Yeah, go Daryl.
I do like the Daniel Bryan pick. Just because for the sake of him finally like winning a Rumble, like. It might be like 5 or 6 years too late, but it'd just be nice to have Daniel Bryan like his last push. Another one that I'd like to see would be Bray. I've always been a fan of Bray Wyatt, but I just don't think, at least I don't think he's gonna get it just because of his. Seems like they're holding on to that feud with him and Randy Orton. They might just keep that going, you know. Another one, like you said, is Keith Lee. Like that'd be dope. I just don't know if they're ready to like give him this big push because I mean this is like him main eventing. Like I'd like to because I'm a fan. Like I see how he wrestles and everything. Like he has good like in-ring work. I just don't know if he can sell like main eventing WrestleMania because he's on SmackDown, right?
He's on Raw.
He's on Raw. Okay, so he'd be fighting like. Shoot, he might be fighting Goldberg. Like, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, you can't really have that. So
imagine him trying to jackhammer. Like pick him up.
Imagine. Shoot, but if I guess just for the sake of it, I'm gonna go with AJ Styles, just because it's been it'd be nice to see him win, like. Because even for him, I believe he's saying he might not be a full-time wrestler for.
Yeah, he's probably another year or two.
Yeah, it might have like another year or so. So they might give him like, even though, especially because he's got like his bodyguard, the one that looks like Taco Fall. You know, like I don't know, I forgot his name. I don't know what his name is, but it'd be interesting to see AJ Styles win it.
Yeah, always.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Daryl, but AJ Styles he's not even in the top 10 most likely to win according to the Vegas odds. I just had to check it out because
you really believe these odds? This is odds for
No, that's what I'm saying. When they had Rollins as the favorite, he won that year. So I mean the betting odds are usually, unless it's like the Oscars, when they failed when the Parasite won.
Well, apparently the odds, if you check it the morning of Rumble, those are actually more telling of whoever.
Yeah. But right now, I mean, the most favored is Daniel Bryan at plus 25, then Keith Lee at plus 400, Brock's at 3, Edge at 4, Big E at 5, Goldberg at 6, Drew at 7. Bray at 8th, Seth Rollins at 9, and Kevin Owens at 10. With Kevin Owens, Seth Owens, Kevin Rollins, Kevin Owens at plus 25. So that's
he's not even in the match. Him and Goldberg won't be in the match. So
yeah, I don't know why they even. So I mean, Daniel Bryan, bro, you put in $10, you get $12.50 back, and your $10 if you win. So better than investing in GameStop. I mean, but I guess I'll for my pick to win. I don't know. Like, is Hornswoggle? He's probably gonna be a surprise.
He's on Impact right now, actually.
Yeah, no. I'll go with Hornswoggle, and if not, I'm sure Finlay got an extra suit out there in the back if he needs to save the show. I'm going with Finlay. I'll go with Finlay.
He's just gonna come out from under the ring. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go with Finlay or Kane. Yeah, gotta keep it on par with my
Gail Kim prediction.
Yo, wait, a quick another Cena interjection. If Cena wins, they could also like build that up to like, all right, who's Cena gonna pick? Is he gonna pick to fight the champion Roman, or is he going to pick to fight the champion Goldberg?
Oh, God.
Goldberg. No, I think Cena will opt to fight. Dude, no, he's going to fight R-Truth for the 24/7 title.
He might do that.
And then Cena will just be champ everywhere he goes, on movie sets.
There you go.
And then they'll have R-Truth fighting him in movie sets.
That would be sick. R-Truth somehow lands a role in like the next Fast and Furious.
Hey, dude, I'm picking Hornswoggle or Dominic Mysterio.
Oh yeah, him and Ray might be in the Rumble.
Man, I hope.
I'm out here picking what the people want.
Yeah,
they want Hornswoggle.
I don't know which people you're talking about, but
bro, real wrestling fans. I'll pick that guy who does the crazy stunts in his backyard.
The one on Twitter.
Yeah, that one kid.
What's his name? Hold on, I'm gonna look up his name.
Dude, that guy.
That guy needs a contract real quick. Let me look for him.
James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth.
His name is Superhuman.
Superhuman.
That's his name.
Bro. Shout out Superhuman. You deserve to win the Rumble. We predicted it here first.
Hey, Superhuman, if you get us 1,000 subscribers, I will do one of your
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! No! I think you could easily. No! I think you could do it. 1,000 subscribers. I think you could easily, just go through a table, just the
table
style.
Like Legos on it. How about table with Legos?
Yeah, I'll do it, bro.
Even like a Bills Mafia type of
Yeah.
I
mean, on a side note, Powell drank a little too much last Saturday. This man fell to the ground. He almost crushed Aldrin's cajon, bro. The little cajon, bro. He missed by a mile. It would have been he missed by an inch instead of a mile.
By a mile.
I'll just get a little, get some drinks in me and
that's true, yeah.
Come through a table with some thumbtacks.
Oh my gosh,
dude. Bro,
1,000 subscribers, Superhuman.
Yeah, but what was I forgot what I was gonna say, but real quick before we go, what is one WWE bump you could take and probably survive? Maybe, yeah, I'll probably do just a tough bump that I would like to attempt that's a little dangerous, that I don't know if I could survive, but it's worth a shot, is maybe getting clothesline over the top rope and I gotta flip over maybe.
Oh, okay.
And once a bump that's not physically as far as impact, but the action of it is a little more requires a little more.
The one where you're on the top rope and then they give you a big boot and then you fall from the top rope all the way. You have to hit the apron first, and that's then I think I could probably, if it's just one time in my life, I think maybe that's.
Are you going are they kicking you from the bottom and you're diving forward?
So they big boot me and then I'll flip to where my legs hit the apron and then I go back to the floor head first.
Oh my gosh, dude, I don't know, man. Any head first to the floor kind of scare me. But yeah, probably I'll take that bump, because any real physical bump, because maybe even a drop kick might kill me on the spot. Just you never know, bro. Face, yeah. I know I can't I do say that I'm a 170 welterweight guy, but as far as impact taking, I don't think I got the body type for that. So But I mean, what about the two other dudes that are a little more?
I take a triple power bomb to the announce table by the Shield.
Dude, I don't know about the announce table. Maybe the regular table. But announce.
What with the monitors on there?
Yeah.
No monitors. No monitors.
Gotta be off. You
got Corey Graves' water there too.
Yeah.
Michael Cole sitting.
Yeah.
With 100 subscribers, I'll get choked out. But if without that, I'll take I'll take a frog splash just from Kyle and JQ. I don't know about Daryl.
Not from Kevin Owens.
Oh God, no! I'll take it from
Or from
Yo, if Daryl does a frog splash on Pal, this man gonna have an Uber explosion. It's gonna be a Nutella and Uber explosion.
Daryl's gonna give a payback for Christopher Reeve and him.
Yeah. For the Christopher Reeves.